こんにちは皆さん。私、修二と妻のエイリーンのチャンネルにようこそ。
Every day begins with a hearty breakfast, and today it's going to be at 𝕲𝖆 Cafe, Guam. 𝕲𝖆 Cafe Guam provides Chamorro-inspired breakfast, lunch, and dinner cuisine daily. Their frothy hot chocolate is my favorite. This restaurant is owned by husband and wife team Pika and Lenny Faharan. And look, even the receipt comes with a thank you and a smiley face. After a hearty breakfast at 𝕲𝖆 Cafe Guam, we headed straight to Two Lovers Point. Hey people.
目的地に到着しました。お疲れ様でした。
And we just arrived at 𝕲𝖚𝖆𝖒, Two Lovers Point, Guam. Puntan 𝕲𝖚𝖆𝖒, or Two Lovers Point, is without a doubt one of Guam's most iconic attractions. Every year, hundreds of thousands of visitors are drawn to the towering cliff that is the site of one of Guam's most well-known and romantic legends. Hello! We're going to Two Lovers Point. In a story that begins as tragically as the original legend in December 2002, the raging winds of Super Typhoon 𝕲𝖆𝖒 toppled the beloved statue of the two lovers to the ground, damaging it so extensively that it was believed to be beyond repair. Sadly, the statue wound up in a scrapyard, destined to be discarded and never seen again. 11 years later, when Guam businessman David Barnhouse courted Nancy in the spring of 2013, he took her to visit Two Lovers Point. David told Nancy about the tragedy of the Two Lovers statue, adding that locals believed the statue still lay bent and broken in a scrapyard. David promised that if the statue still existed, he would buy it, have it repaired and brought back to Two Lovers Point as a symbol of his and Nancy's love. The couple married later that year, and soon after their wedding, Nancy began searching for the statue of the two lovers. Then, one day, she met Moses Chong, the owner of Green Guam Corporation. Nancy mentioned her search for the two lovers statue and was stunned to learn that Moses had purchased the statue many years ago for scrap, but never had the heart to melt it down. The statue of the two lovers had lain in his scrapyard, broken and untouched for over a decade. David and Nancy's company bought the statue from Moses and transported it to a workshop, where workers spent weeks trying to unbend and release the brass from its rusted and mangled steel foundation. Seeing that it was a job that required a specialized welder, hired welding fabricator Armando Nazareta. He spent the next 5 months tediously separating the rusted pipe from the brass, unbending and reshaping the sculpture and polishing it to its original splendor. On October 15, 2015, the second wedding anniversary of David and Nancy Barnhouse, the staff of ICC loaded the statue onto a truck and returned the two lovers to Two Lovers Point with this blessing. May the Two Lovers statue be a reminder that eternal love is possible when two mortals fall in love. Puntan 𝕲𝖚𝖆 gift shop provides a wide array of locally made crafts and t-shirts. You can pick up stamped mailer that you can send home right from the gift shop. The mailer contains beautiful pictures of Puntan 𝕲𝖚𝖆. Also, you will find postcards depicting some of Guam's most spectacular views from the lookout point. If you're interested in learning more about the legend of Puntan 𝕲𝖚𝖆, you'll find audio and video souvenirs that'll tell the legend in 3 different languages. And yes, I bought one of these flags too. And I just have to say, I love Guam, where America's Day begins. The commemoration of the love of the Chamorros was celebrated in 1989 with the presentation of a bell from the people of 𝕲𝖚 Prefecture of Japan. There, at a place called 𝕲𝖆𝖒, the love of two people is also remembered and visited by thousands of visitors. To recognize and celebrate this common bond between Japan and the Chamorros, the people of 𝕲𝖚 presented and built a bell at Puntan 𝕲𝖚𝖆. This bell signaled the creation of a sister city relationship between the people of Guam and the people of 𝕲𝖚. A central monument carved in granite and marble uses 5 languages and a masterful storyboard to depict its legend. Two Lovers Point, for good reason, is also a popular location for weddings. According to the park's website, for centuries, the Chamorro people have referred to the devotion of the two lovers as a metaphor for the resilience of their culture. The heart locks make a perfect permanent statement of your visit to Guam. Place your heart lock on the heart lock wall and come back to Guam and relive the passion and the legend that is Puntan 𝕲𝖚𝖆. The legend of Two Lovers Point is a timeless, bittersweet tale of eternal love. Long ago, during the Spanish colonial era, there lived a family who owned a great deal of land and were highly respected in the community. The father was a wealthy Spanish businessman, and the mother was the daughter of a great Chamorro chief. The oldest daughter was a beautiful young woman admired by all for her natural charm. One day, the girl discovered that her father had arranged for her to marry a powerful Spanish captain. She was so distraught that she ran away and kept running until she found herself on a secluded and peaceful shore. on the shore, she met a young man from a modest Chamorro family. He was a gentleman with a strong build, and she fell in love with him under the moonlight. She returned home with a promise to see him again. When the girl's father learned of the two lovers, he became angry and ordered for her to marry the Spanish captain at once. However, that day at sundown, she slipped away and once again met her Chamorro lover. The girl's father, the Spanish captain, and a group of Spanish soldiers pursued the lovers up to the high cliff above 𝕲𝖚𝖆. The couple found themselves trapped between the edge of the cliff and the approaching soldiers. All the young man could do was warn them to stay back. The father ordered the soldiers to halt. The lovers tied their long black hair together into a single knot. They looked deeply into each other's eyes and kissed for the final time. Then they leapt over the long, steep cliff into the roaring waters below. Her father and all who remained rushed to the edge and stared in great anguish at the ocean below. The lovers were never seen again. From that day on, the towering cliff became forever known as Two Lovers' Point, Puntan dos Amantes. Today, the Two Lovers Point site features two-tiered lookout points that offer a sweeping view of breathtaking 𝕲𝖚𝖆 high above crashing ocean waves 400 feet below. In the middle of the park, a magnificent brass statue of two lovers locked in an embrace gleams in the sun and extends to the sky.
このビデオを見てくれてありがとうございます。ぜひ YouTube チャンネルに登録お願いします。また新しい動画が見れるように通知ベルをクリックしておいてください。次のセッションでまたお会いしましょう。
If you enjoyed watching, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, if you hit that bell button, which is right next to the subscribe button, you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter, all of the links down in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye!